You know that feeling when people talk about Spain and it's all beaches and bullfights, or flamenco and fiestas? Like this diverse nation is just one-dimensional tourist cliches with nothing deeper to explore? Yeah, we're absolutely shattering that surface-level view today. If you've landed on Travelist Guides, you know we go beyond the postcard images to discover what makes destinations truly extraordinary. We're diving deep into the real Spain, where Moorish palaces rival fairy tales, where Gaudi's architecture defies gravity and logic, where cathedrals took 6 centuries to build and still aren't finished, where Roman aqueducts still stand after 2,000 years, and where mountain villages cling to cliff sides above gorges that will leave you breathless. This isn't the Spain of stereotypes. This is the land where Islamic, Christian, and Jewish cultures created unique architectural fusion, where avant-garde museums reshape skylines, where pilgrimage routes have been walked for a millennium, and where every region maintains distinct identity. 25 destinations across the Iberian Peninsula, showing you landscapes from Mediterranean paradise to alpine peaks that will completely transform everything you thought you knew about Spain. So, before we begin this extraordinary journey through a country where history, art, and nature collide in the most spectacular ways, smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and prepare to see Spain like you never imagined possible. The Sagrada Familia in Barcelona is Antoni Gaudi's unfinished masterpiece that's been under construction since 1882 and won't be completed until approximately 2026, making it a 144-year project. The basilica's exterior has 3 grand facades representing Christ's birth, passion, and glory, with each covered in intricate sculptures telling biblical stories. The interior features columns designed like trees branching into the vaulted ceiling with light filtering through stained glass windows, creating a forest of colors that change throughout the day. Gaudi spent 40 years on this project, living on site until his death in 1926. The Nativity facade he personally supervised is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, showcasing his organic architectural style where nature inspired every curve and form, making it unlike any church on earth. Park Güell on Carmel Hill, overlooking Barcelona, was designed by Antoni Gaudí between 1900 and 1914 as a garden city for Barcelona's elite that never materialized. The park has colorful mosaic-covered structures, including the famous Serpentine Bench, offering panoramic city views, and the mosaic salamander fountain that's become Barcelona's symbol. The Hypostyle Hall has 86 columns supporting the plaza above, with the ceiling decorated with mosaic medallions. Gaudi's house museum shows how he lived while working on the project. The organic forms blend architecture with landscape using broken ceramic tiles in the Trencadís technique, creating vibrant surfaces. The park represents Gaudi's vision of harmonizing human creation with natural forms in a space that feels like walking through a fairy tale. La Rambla stretches 1.2 kilometers from Plaça de Catalunya to the Christopher Columbus Monument at the Mediterranean, connecting Barcelona's Gothic quarter with the waterfront. The tree-lined pedestrian boulevard has human statues performing, flower stalls selling bouquets, bird vendors, street artists, and the famous La Boqueria market offering fresh produce, seafood, and local specialties. The historic buildings lining the street include the Liceu Opera House and Palau Güell. Side streets lead into the Gothic Quarter's medieval alleys, while the waterfront has the old port transformed into entertainment areas. La Rambla represents Barcelona's energy with locals and tourists, mixing in constant motion, creating the vibrant street life that defines Mediterranean urban culture, where the street itself becomes the destination. The Alhambra complex crowning Granada's hill is Islamic architecture's pinnacle in Europe, built by Nasrid emirs between the 13th and 14th centuries as their palace and fortress. The Nasrid palaces feature intricate stucco work, ceramic tiles, and carved wood, creating geometric patterns covering every surface, with the Court of the Lions having 12 marble lions supporting a fountain surrounded by 124 slender columns. The Generalized Summer Palace has gardens with water channels and fountains designed for contemplation. The Alcazaba Fortress offers views across Granada to the Sierra Nevada mountains. The complex shows 8 centuries of architectural evolution, from Islamic palace to Christian additions after 1492. The detailed Arabic inscriptions, reflecting pools and garden courtyards, create spaces designed to represent paradise on earth. Cordoba's Mezquita Cathedral is the extraordinary building where a massive Catholic cathedral was built inside an 8th century mosque, creating one of the world's most unusual religious structures. The mosque section has 856 columns supporting red and white double arches, creating a forest-like space that feels infinite. The mihrab's golden mosaics and marble show Byzantine artistry, while the Renaissance cathedral nave rising through the mosque's center creates jarring contrast. The mosque was the Islamic world's second largest when Cordoba was the Western Caliphate's capital, rivaling Baghdad. After the Christian Reconquista in 1236, rather than destroying the mosque, a cathedral was inserted, preserving the Islamic architecture while adapting it for Christian worship, creating the unique hybrid reflecting Spain's layered religious history. Seville Cathedral, built between 1401 and 1528 on the former Great Mosque site, is the world's largest Gothic cathedral, with 15 naves covering 11,520 square meters. The cathedral houses Christopher Columbus's tomb, with pallbearers representing the 4 kingdoms of Spain carrying his coffin. The cathedral's art includes works by Murillo, Zurbarán, and Goya, while the treasury displays the massive silver monstrance carried during Corpus Christi processions. The Giralda Bell Tower was originally the mosque's minaret, built in 1198, topped with Renaissance-style bells in the 16th century. Climbing the Giralda's ramp, built for horses, offers panoramic views across Seville's rooftops to the Guadalquivir River, showing how the city grew around this architectural giant that dominates the skyline.
never got anyone's help.
You're the traveler who recognizes that Spain isn't just one country, but a collection of distinct regions, each with unique languages, cuisines, and identities united by shared history, yet fiercely proud of their differences. So, here's your mission. Smash that subscribe button and drop a comment telling us which Spanish destination shocked you the most, or which unique site just became your next must-visit location. Share this with anyone who still thinks Spain is just beaches and fiestas, because their perspective needs the cultural depth that comes from understanding Moorish palaces.